Ghana, Portugal, South Korea, Uruguay. For Portugal, it's very similar to France for me. We're already seeing these videos coming out about Cristiano Ronaldo and his interactions with teammates. It is entirely possible they were taken out of context. It's not exactly clear what they actually mean or what actually happened, so I'm not going to draw too much from those. But you just look at what is happening at Manchester United right now. And you see this is the beginning for Portugal, and it is entirely fair to wonder two different parts of this. One, from a culture, cohesion, togetherness standpoint, is Ronaldo going to wreck Portugal? And two, if that part of it is okay, from an on the field standpoint, is Ronaldo going to do to Portugal what he's done to Manchester United? They are a more effective team, a better team with him on the bench, at least to start games. Maybe there's certainly value to, okay, you're down a goal, you bring him on for 30 minutes. He certainly has a role to play for Portugal. I mean, he's Cristiano Ronaldo. But if you are starting him and playing him 75, 90 minutes every single game with all of the attacking talent Portugal has, what we've seen in Manchester United tells you that is not the best way to maximize this Portugal team. And this Portugal team, outside of Euro 2016, where they kind of just found a way, they were not ultimately that impressive, but they did win the tournament. They haven't exactly been firing on all cylinders and making you feel like they have gotten the most out of this incredibly gifted group they have. So, to me, this is much more about how these pieces fit together and the role Ronaldo plays than sort of what actually happens on the field and another team that's absolutely loaded. They're in the same category for France for me. What's really going to determine their tournament is what happens off of the field. And then we get to the other teams in this group. Ghana. I have a hard time seeing Ghana getting out of this group because of the other teams in it, because of their struggles qualifying. It was not smooth by any means. But there are two interesting additions to this team in Inaki Williams and Tariq Lamptey that give you a little bit of a boost. Inaki Williams gives you some goal scoring, which is going to be crucial in a group that has so many world-class attacking players in it. They got to be able to score goals, and Inaki Williams is going to help you with that. From South Korea, it's all about Son Heung-min. How healthy is he? Does this injury play any kind of role? Does it impact him at all other than wearing a mask? The good news about an injury like that is, ideally, right, he's not using that part of his body, so it's not a leg where he's a little bit slower or something like that. And it's not an easy thing to re-aggravate, I would think. Of course, but from just, a physical running standpoint of pulling a hamstring again or something like that. So it kind of feels like if he's good to go, that he really does mean he's good to go. And I don't have the same concerns I have about a Sadio Mane. But we also need to see what this ends up looking like. Because South Korea getting out of this group needs every single minute they can get from Son. He has to be spectacular. And then we get to the other two teams, or the other team. The one left is Uruguay. Uruguay has a very intriguing mix of players who feels like have been around forever and really good young players. Specifically Rodrigo Bentancur, who's not that young at this point. He's got plenty of experience in Europe. And, of course, Darwin Nunez. And Fede Valverde. That's a big-time trio to be adding. The form Bentancur's in, what Valverde's doing, what Darwin Nunez has become. Those are some massive additions to a team that's had success consistently at major tournaments. So they are one of the more intriguing teams for me because I sort of need to see it all come together. But if it does come together, they could be a force to be reckoned with. So that is Group H.